This is a continuation of my series on things that I miss, and this is from 1980. It's a compilation of things that I miss that I went to or observed or participated in 1980. Las Vegas coupons, free popcorn, etc. These free dinners, good dinners, etc. for 1980 were basically free in Las Vegas. The Hearst Show was an interesting activity. This was in the San Simeon restaurant. And look at the price, $2.50. Pretty reasonable. It was a pretty good show and famous. Wow, look at the singers at the P&E. Johnny Cash, John Denver, Charlie Daniels. Pretty good shows in the 80s, or 1980. Okay, Marine World, Africa, USA. This is when people actually rode on killer whales. Look at that guy in the killer whale's mouth while it's jumping up into the air, breaching out of the water. Okay, spooky, 1980. You could walk around yourself in the Winchester Mystery House. And you could also go on streetcars in San Francisco. Okay, take the Universal Studios tour. Remember these? These are not available anymore. Battlestar Galactica, etc. And Creature from the Lost Lagoon. Okay, San Antonio Winery. This place was fun. Winery, downtown Los Angeles. Was a big place. I believe it still exists, but at that time was a lot of fun and very large. The Palomar Observatory. You could walk around yourself at that time. A famous place I always wanted to go see and did in 1980. So enjoyed that visit. Look at the stars. Okay, the San Diego Zoo. It's changed a lot since 1980. And you can still go there, I believe. It's still open, but it's changed. Okay, amazingly, rock hounding was in. So I was into rock hounding and went to rock hounding lapidary convention shows. So here's one of them. This was back in 1980. The Date Festival in Ojai, California was fun. This was in, again, 1980. And now I believe it's been replaced by other music shows, etc. But it was fun in those days. Hiking in the desert. Palm Oasis, Joshua Tree National Monument. Way out in the desert, nobody around. Lots of fun. Very hot, usually. Or very cold in the winter. The Las Vegas Show Guide. Las Vegas. A lot of good shows. Marine World, Africa, USA. Again, another brochure from the 1980s. From my collection. J. Paul Getty Museum in Malibu. We visited in 1980. A very interesting place. And I would advise you to go there. Lots of good artwork. And I believe it might still be there, although maybe not open right now. Country Bear Jamboree at Bear Country Disneyland. This was a great place to go. Very interesting. Loved it. Family loved it. Unfortunately, it's gone. Only the heads are available. Anyway, the Brown Derby restaurant in Los Angeles. This was a famous place that was featured on the Lucy show. Lucy went there and met Bill Holden at the booth next to her. Don the Beachcomber. I like this place in Marina del Rey. An excellent restaurant. Unfortunately, it's not there anymore. This was in 1980. We used to visit it, have dinner. Okay, Death Valley National Monument. Okay, fun to visit, but very hot. It was there in 1980. I believe it's still there, but has changed a lot. A lot more people go there now. It was basically deserted in 1980. Sleepovers were great here at the La Brea Tar Pits. La Brea Discoveries, a great place to go. Kids loved it. They had sleepovers. They were lots of fun. Okay, the Calico Playhouse in Calico City, Ghost Town, California. I believe it was purchased by Knott's Berry Farm. It was a great place to go. Lots of fun, shows, etc. Okay, more hiking and fun in the desert. And this is a brochure from 1980. I believe it was a place in Joshua Tree that you could go hiking. Again, no one there at the time. Best Musical 1980, EVITA. This was at the Schubert Theater. This was very exciting and very interesting to see, and we enjoyed it a lot. Rex Harrison in person and performing in My Fair Lady. This was impressive. At the Pantages Theater, 1980. I'm sorry, January 21st, 1981, but was a present from 1980. Carlos Santana at Magic Mountain. He was at other concerts too, but Magic Mountain in 1980, I believe, and I treated his family from the Pine incident, which possibly you can read about on the internet. I will get into that more. Chicken dinner from Mrs. Knott's, famous chicken dinner. That was always a highlight, especially after a visit to Knott's Berry Farm. And the dinner was delicious and inexpensive. The soapbox derbies. They used to have soapbox derbies, and I used to love them as a kid. Possibly the last one was in 1980, and this was even in Canada and Mission, British Columbia. Okay, good rotations in critical care medicine 1980 at the LA County USC Medical Center, Los Angeles County, University of Southern California in Los Angeles, one of the largest hospitals in the world. Caesar's Palace, a good place for medical conventions. Went there in 1980 for cardiology, etc. conventions. The Las Vegas Show Guide. This seems like the shows were better in 1980. Would you agree? Maybe spend some time and look close up at all the good shows that were on then. Of course, the 25th anniversary of Disneyland was in 1980. Here's the souvenir guide for 1980. That was a lot of fun. Yes, it was. Okay, please subscribe to my free channel by pressing on my small caricature at the end. Thank you for your kind support. And thank you for the awards I've received over the years. Patient's Choice Award, etc. Compassionate Physician Award, Compassionate Doctor Award, America's Most Honored Doctors. And after writing several textbooks, editing several textbooks, including Medical Toxicology, Diagnosis and Treatment of Human Poisoning, and Management of Gunshot Wounds, as well as approximately over 1,000 other articles and publications. 40 years since graduation from medical school, and the reunion was in 2018. And here's the E.T. movie cast showing me on the right hand side there. So again, please subscribe to the channel, press on the caricature on the right lower corner.